That's a good view. You got feedback.
Can you hear me now? And thank you, E, for answering that, because I just gave the long version of the answer. E's like, no, only Photoshop, and the whole thing I just talked about was why you want the real Photoshop versus Photoshop Express. So, hey y'all. All right, I miss y'all. I know we've been running like crazy lately. It's a lot going on, but I want to make sure that you all can hear us and we got everything plugged in and functioning before we get started today. Because I know y'all have a million questions for Coach G. He's getting stuff ready for you, so I'm gonna introduce him in just a minute. But you can see him working in the background. He's working on getting some stuff fired up for you. All right. So I'm glad y'all love me, flaws and all, because I certainly forgot to put this sound on for y'all. What's up, Flawless? Ruben, the Design Palace. Cedric. Yes, I'm glad you can hear me now. Ruben. Rona, what's up, babe? Shika B. Vinny. Hey, love. Helena, I see you finding her way 2020. And Facebook user. If you, because all I was going to say is Facebook user, I won't be able to see who you are. If y'all come onto the YouTube side, then I can see your comments. And sometimes they won't show me your comments at all on the Facebook side. I apologize. That's just this whole StreamYard setup. What's up, Cedric, Monica, Sharon, Coach Sharon in the house. We got Coach Vicky in the house for Crafters Kingdom. All the coaches, go ahead and shout yourself out. Let folks know that you're in the building. If you're a coach, let them know. Because I promise y'all, without coaches, I don't know if I still be standing right now. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and publicly thank Coach G came out. Of course, Erica Kane, our admin. She's a coach as well, even when she tries not to be. We had Coach Chrissy and also Coach Corey was at the New Orleans workshop. And then we did a workshop in Houston. Coach Chrissy was there. Coach E was there. And of course, your girl was there, just being everything I need to be for y'all. Y'all give me all the life and energy, even when I'm running on fumes. So thank y'all for appearing and making it special. Every workshop we do, y'all really make it worth it. So I'm super proud of you all, and I'm excited for our future. Yes, like E says, don't forget to like the video. You know you're gonna like it, but just don't forget to like it. So go on and like it now. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. All right. So thank you, Alicia. Alicia says, grand evening. Shout out to the coaches. What we're going to be up to the wee hours. I'm going to try not to have y'all up to the wee hours. I promise. But this is something I definitely wanted to get you all into. Since you're learning Photoshop, you're learning how to use these templates. I want to show you it's not just for sublimation. It's not just for t-shirts. So we're exploring these things. Hey, Darlena. All right, let me go ahead. I forgot to send this file over to G. Let me go ahead and send them this file real quick. So hopefully he can print our little sample file today. And G, I'm sending you a new email. I'm going to call this, it's about 11, it's 11 by 15. And we'll do this one. This is our camo golf design. We literally just made this up just so we can try this out. Here we go, 155. So this is going to be class 155. Here we go. All right, so while I'm sending, this is a pretty big file, sending over the internet connection. I know we've got a lot going on, so I will apologize in advance if we have any lagging in the internet or anything like that. What's up, G from G&D Photography? All right, so I'm gonna let y'all see a little bit more of my shiny forehead in just a little bit. We're getting things together for you. But in the meantime, if y'all have any questions about DTF or about Photoshop, the file that we were working on for this particular setup, then go ahead and drop those comments. I may not be able to look at them all immediately when they come out, but I will glance over to the comments and be relaying those over to Coach G, okay? It is loading. Finally. Oh, here we go.
It's probably going to kind of get a little loud in the background.
Okay. Got you. And if it gets a little loud, that's fine. They understand that's part of the process.
I try to keep it capped.
Okay.
For the most part, but when I go to add a little glue to it, dust, it'll kind of be a little loud.
Got you.
We call it feeding the babies because it's
Well, hey, come on. While you're talking here, come sit down with me for a second. We trying to put them to work without even letting them do a proper introduction. So here, let's get Coach G on the camera. So we got a lot going on here. Don't be judging nobody's face or nothing. You know how I tell you, judging mammy. Don't come over here judging. Okay?
This camera is a killer.
All right. So I want to introduce you to Coach G. G, where you located? What you do so far? Like what don't you do basically?
We do a variety of printing. We do dye sub, which is big here in the New Orleans area. We're outside of New Orleans. We're in Thibodaux, Louisiana, home of Nicholls State University. So we actually brought in DTF as kind of a sort of a means to not get into DTG, but be able to offer a customer a service without having to do the manual labor. We're saying, we print it, you press it, type of deal. Something like we've been doing over the years. So
Right.
we wanted a solution to be able to help people. The biggest struggle with crafting will be the weeding, to help you get out of having to weed those designs.
Right.
And we came up with something. I stumbled upon DTF about a year ago. I did about 2 or 3 months of studying, and we dived into it. We started with the little small printer that most everybody wants to start with.
The L1800.
The L1800, and it was a blast. It was a good learning experience. I had headaches with it. I had days where I wanted to slide it down the street, but I always knew I was going to get something industrial. So we got into it. Long story short, it was very slow. So those of you who are looking at it getting DTF, I know a lot of you have looked into it. Depending on where you are with volume, if you just want to get your feet wet and try it, by all means, if you can get a desktop and convert it, try it. And if it's for you, try to get something more industrial. So that's what we end up doing. And it's let me be the first one to tell you, if you get into it, it's a steep learning curve. It's not plug and play. It's not throw ink in there. It's a lot of variables that we're going to get into more, of course. We're going to give you the real short version tonight, but we're going to do we got some exciting designs to print. I have some stuff loaded and queued up for customers, some Christmas stuff.
Awesome.
So you'll get to see it. And it will get a little loud. It's just because of the powder machine. You're going to hear that a good little bit, but I try to keep it as calm as possible. We call it feeding the babies when it gets too loud. When the powder is lower and you're beating on the sheet, it kind of just gets loud. So we're going to try this so you can hear Coach Shanon. It just sounds so.
Well,
anyway,
I want to get y'all used to this whole coach thing, and I know so many of the coaches, like, they're finally embracing that coach term, but I want it to be something that folks know they can come to y'all for, not just work that needs to be done, like, hey, here's my prints, here's my money. Like, no, the coaches are actually, like, really invested in your success. So these coaches are going to make sure that what you need to design. Some coaches are primarily printers, but they still are helpful. So I want y'all to, when y'all see coaches, when y'all see me call somebody a coach, it means that's someone I trust, that's someone who has paid their dues, someone who has become an official business partner and has a licensing to print, the Innate Lab templates, and to help you along this path and this journey. So I really want to, get y'all into knowing who your coaches are, knowing where they're located, who can help you out, and how they can help you. So this is Coach G. It's a little awkward, but yeah, I call him G.
Completely shy. I'm telling y'all right now. I'm bugging out.
He says he's shy, but he's completely very knowledgeable, very kind spirit, and very much someone who has helped me on this journey as well. Just being a resource for others. So we've both been helping each other throughout the last couple years, almost 3 years now, right?
Almost 3 years. We've been behind the scenes actually. A lot of stuff y'all
Hey, Coach G. Hey, Coach G.
Hey, how you doing?
They're gonna make you comfortable.
Yes. Just a little bit about that. We've been working about 3 years collectively. Of course, Shanon is the guru, but I will call her. It might be late at night. Shanon, I got this idea. Why don't we do this, and that? I'm just talking her head off, and I'm thinking, oh, well, she might not be listening. But then, boom, the magic happens, and she turns a thought that I have into this big idea, and she makes it even better, guys. So she has really been the rock behind the scenes that's been driving my business. I started where a lot of you guys started at. I was doing all overs with the funny story. A guy that works here, his name is Nick. He's actually a good friend of mine, and we got together. He was doing graphics and I was doing the printing. And my first big all over job, I had to do 14 all over prints. I called Shanon. I got 14 to do like this. But
that seemed big back then, right?
That seemed big back then. But and I eventually worked my way up and got equipment, and we're very, very big in die sub, quiet as it kept. We do a lot of die sub work, guys. So don't just see DTF and be like, oh, this is it, I'm just done. Trust me, we do plenty of die sub work. We did this only to actually get a cure for screen printing because we got tired of the mess.
Right.
Okay, so I can't say people tell me I'm bonkers every day. I'm out of screen printing. I'm a master screen
for
printer.
real?
Yeah, I'm officially out of screen printing. This big space you see right here was a big gigantic setup. Probably about
how
20,
many
30.
heads? How many stations?
I had a 6-head full station, side clamps. I got a screen, a whole room full of screens. I'm trying to, if you know somebody,
so you got dark room and all of that
dark
stuff.
room over there.
Yeah.
I had about
washout booth,
$20,000-$30,000 tied up into screen printing, and I put it all down, guys. Once I got DTF down pat, I'm very, very proud of it. I love the feel of it. It's in between, like it's almost like a DTG feel. If you ever felt DTG, guys, done correctly, it's very, very soft. Stretchability, washability. Washability is excellent. I wore a hoodie to the class this past Saturday.
You said been washed 49 times?
And the 50th time is going to be when I get to washing it.
You know what? We should do a video to celebrate
50
washes.
50
I don't know if y'all have ever done dark transfers before, but 50 washes would be hell on most dark transfers. This is DTF, so you can put it on dark, right?
Yes.
You can put it on cotton poly blends.
Tri blends, 100% poly. And oh, guys, just to touch on that, a lot of DTG guys, I'm not gonna name drop a bunch of guys, but a lot of big DTG guys have contacted me and say, hey, listen, I want to try your product. My DTG just doesn't work well on poly. It doesn't do well on hoodies because of the threading on the garment. And it's poly. It wants to dye migrate and etc. They love it. It's the go-to situation. Actually, they have DTG guys that are using the DTG inks because DTF is essentially DTG inks that's cut down just a little bit. And the concept comes from DTG guys, right? So actually some guys with the F2100 and those type of DTGs, they're actually migrating the software, which is CAD-Link. They're making upgrades to their software to have those guys to be able to do sheet by sheet and do DTF to be able to tackle some of those jobs if they're already invested into DTG. So it is possible if you do own a DTG to do DTF. So but it's actually, this is made to do just that. The printer you see behind us, and there's a duster too. Shannon's head is in the way. So that's the duster. There you go. That's the duster. Okay, and that's some of the inks, but we'll touch on that in a more detailed video. But just know that this is actually DTG inks that's cut down for DTF.
Okay, so and just for those who may not know what the acronyms mean, DTG is direct to garment, DTF is direct to film. So he's printing directly on the film, and then later those that film is a transfer that can be used at any later time. Yes. So is there a life on how long the prints last? Good question.
Great. That's an excellent question. It's been commonly asked in a lot of groups. I'll tell everybody, when you buy transfers from me, Shanon witnessed me earlier do a process where I actually take it and roll it with parchment or butcher. That's my choice as a printer. They have other printers out there that might send it without it, but we try to do it because it protects the print, and sometimes moisture could adhere to the print and it'll stick together. But lately we haven't had that issue since we found a great grade of powder, which is actually turns into glue once it gets heated up. We'll touch on that a little more, but we butcher. Do we have to? We probably could send it like that. It would have an issue, but just moisture in the air. We have, matter of fact, I'm gonna show you. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
I want to get this in there.
And y'all feel free to ask your questions too. We'll check the comments to make sure that we're not neglecting y'all.
Okay, got this from a good client of mine. she's actually been here since the beginning of DTF. She actually has a storefront, so she ordered these tags and these from Uline, and she drops a little. Let me, I got to used to the camera.
Yeah,
A
I
little
know.
silicone pack in there, the little moisture pack, and it just keeps the moisture off it. And she store these prints. I printed one from, I think maybe when I started the other day, it was high and dry. So, I mean, rule of thumb, they say what screen printed transfers last a year.
Yeah, that's what the class is all.
So
and I've technically pressed them past a year, but they said you don't want to try something that you don't know, especially with a client. But if you tell people it may last a year and they use it past that year, that's their prerogative.
Yes.
If it works out for them, more than likely it's going to last past that year.
Yes. But I have printed stuff that's been a year now. Granted, I've been printing with my commercial printer almost about, I want to say, 8 months.
Okay.
But before, like I said, I started with the L1800. I got an R3000. It was a workhorse for me. I had 2 of them farming actually on mini dusters. There's little mini dusters, you can get them. And I had which was the best printer of all time, desktop, a P800. But if y'all get where I'm going, these are printers that have been discontinued. They're no longer in the market.
Right.
So they're harder to get. And the common question that I get asked, Shanon, is I want to get into DTF. Where do I start? It really just starts with where you're going to be budgeting at and where you want to end up at. Right. Take it as this. If you start with something small, that may not be your intention, but your intention may be to get this. I have people that jump straight to this. A lot of issues. Get the small printer. Don't be afraid of it. Convert it. Dive into it. See if it's for you. See the maintenance on a smaller scale before you get to it on a bigger scale. These printers have to be printed on almost every day.
Yeah.
I print on my printer no less than 3 days. I do wet cap, although some people are against it, but when done properly, I printed on my same white print head for over 8 months, guys. I only changed one CMYK head because I had a head strike, which can happen due to negligence on my part. Basically, so what I'm saying is it's not just a plug and play deal. My suggestion, not to knock your confidence on buying anything. I feel like you guys could do anything when you put your mind to it. But buy transfers first. Try it out. See if it's for you. See if you like the feel. See if you like the high lasts. When you press it, these presses are very forgiving. You can print as low as 280. I've seen people print at 250 and great results. The lower the heat, the softer it is. The higher the heat, the more it can start to feel more vinyl feeling. Okay, so you guys, it's a lot of profit. It's a game changer. It's a lot of profitability in it. I have I entertain anything from a 1 transfer to I have guys buy 100 transfers sometimes. I have big clients and I have small clients. I treat them all the same because I have some people who just get a onesie and twosie. My website is actually set up like this through January, so you can actually get 1 transfer and just try it out. Later on down the line, we're gonna be moving to minimums, guys, because just because of how the market is going right now. But right now, you can take your logo. I suggest taking your logo, get a website a shot, make sure it's transparent artwork. That's all that we ask, PNG, and give it a shot. Just try it out. It could be. It has been a game changer for you. Wouldn't believe the emails I get, like that, life changing stuff. People have kids. They have a life. We don't want to be sitting there reading all this stuff. I got a $10,000 plot over there. It's just collecting dust. So top of the line, cut us in half if we put ourselves in it. But and it's literally just make it fun, but it's literally over there collecting dust because I found love in DTF, even with the problems. I have a headache. I can't sleep at night, but that's my problem. See, guys, you don't have to worry about that. So you just click the button, buy the transfers, and I'll take care of all the rest. I'll deal with the headaches.
And as a matter of fact, I'm going to share my screen real quick, show you G's website. Okay. I created the link there. It's called shopgmonies.com. And G, if you want to show them on the website, how do we get to the transfers?
Okay. Let me see.
Good.
I'm able to see
You
over
can,
your
you can have
mouse.
my mouse. Yeah,
Okay,
go ahead and
take your
drive.
mouse. Okay, so you guys, so they can see this.
Mhm.
So as you can see, we got a couple of variety of stuff, but we're gonna focus on right here.
And just to let y'all know, Coach G, if I call somebody a coach, that means they are allowed to print and do artwork with the Innate Lab templates, and y'all don't
Okay, I'm
have to
moving right
report
there.
them.
What I'm doing
Okay.
right here. I
All
got.
right. Oh, you know what? Just look at this screen. You're doing it off this screen.
Wow. You should tell me you got me on that one. All
Yeah, I
right.
get a little confused.
Okay, so I'm gonna click here, and as you can see, no minimums right now. So right here, I tell all my customers completely read this. I mean, you'd be like, I don't have time for that, but please completely take the time to read all this. I guarantee you, it's going to answer the mass majority of questions. We'll start at the top. It tells the disclaimer about your artwork, failure to
Mm-hmm.
do so. And am I leaning on this, guys? By 80%. Most time, if you got good information when you put an art in, I'll give you a call and say, hey, I got a problem with the artwork. Can you email me?
For right
Um,
now, but y'all understand G is growing. So as he's helping us, we
right.
want to take advantage of that. We know how to do artwork. We're innate creatives. We know exactly what to do. So
Right.
we're going to make sure we give G artwork that he can print without having to call us, because if he has to call, guess what? That means your order's held up, it's not being produced, and it's not going out. So definitely we're all learning to cut down on our leniency so we can be lean and get work out as soon as
I
possible.
want to answer that question right quick. Was
Mhm.
that Ruben?
Yep, Ruben says, so I would print in PNG only.
Okay. I'm gonna answer the two questions. Dental assistant. Okay, I'm gonna answer two questions in one. Um, I can print vector. I could print in RGB. I could print CMYK. The reason I don't know how to take this the wrong way. The reason why I do PNG because a lot of people submit artwork and they forget to remove the background. So, and does it happen when people submit PNGs? Of course, but a lot less. So my file system on here, we'll go right into this. The drag and drop, it will give you an error if you drop anything but a PNG there. It's just a good rule of thumb of the designer when they know it's PNG, they know it's supposed to be a transparent background. Can I print other file formats, or if you need me to print in other file formats, yes, just contact us via email on a shop phone, and I'll get with you. But it's gonna be a delay in the process doing it like that. But I don't mind, accepting it. I got one or two good customers too that they design in vectors, but they design in a vector and save it. You can save it in Illustrator as a PNG. You go to save export as PNG. The resolution, I mean, 300 is always good for that. I have people that do 200 and 300, but I mean 200 and 150. But the better the resolution, the better the quality. We still dealing with technology that's in its infancy. It's not perfect. I would like to tell people the colors are 99.9% accurate. But it's not perfect technology. It's not picture perfect. So you want to have that file 300 resolution when you upload it. So going on to here, all right, I accept 8.5 by 11, 11 by 17. I cut out 13 by 19 because of the width of the film. The film is 22 inches wide. So if you would do a 13 by 19, it would waste a bunch of film. And you actually, this is a pay per deal, and this is square footed. I'm gonna touch on it
Yeah, go ahead.
just a little bit. Okay, so when you choose this is and me and Shannon will get into this a lot deeper on our next video, is ganging. So this is how you save money. So it's $3.50 per square footage. So 22 by however you need it. I think the volume came on it on it.
Hold on, let me see if I can turn it off here.
Got a little echo, a little feedback.
Okay, well, you keep talking to them.
Okay.
See if I turn it off.
Okay. So this is a price per yeah, this I think it's was the volume, huh? Yeah, okay, we got it. Had a little echo, guys. So okay, so the 8.5 by 11 is for the person that doesn't want to gang it up. So you just want to do per transfer 8.5 by 11 or 11 by 17. So now when you get into this is 22 by 24. So what you do essentially is go on your and Shannon's gonna touch a lot more on that. She's the artwork and Photoshop guru. She'll touch more on that. Me and her are talking. We'll put something together where we go live to show you how to prepare artwork files. But this, the 22 by 24, is what you would gain as many images as possible. So you would make a 22 by 24 canvas or via any of these sizes, and then you would just put as many images as you can up on that sheet, and whatever fits in there prints for that price. So let's just use 22 by 24 for example. So guys, a 22 by 24, whatever you can fit in there, is just $12.85.
Makes sense.
$12.85.
So, G, what I will do, one of our courses, we're going to, I mean, of course, everything that we do at design in Photoshop is what it is. You can apply it to anything, but we're going to do a special class where we teach how to prep that file for DTG. Whether you're printing it yourself or you are sending it off for printing, there's some things that you're not going to be able to do like we did with sublimation until we get some really good honed in skills for like half toning and some fancy stuff. But for right now, I want y'all to be able to get straight into DTG and DTF. So we're gonna practice like basically vectorizing and working with frames and things that you can have a PNG that doesn't have the softer edges to it. So that is something that you're trading off a little bit. You're trading off the ability to like fade off everything into this, beautiful glow of the outside, to where you're going to have a little bit of a white backing on there. So you're not going to be able to get this flawless gradient like you were before. You're going to have a little bit of white background. So you're going to have to design accordingly. So we're going to start focusing on how when we're designing in Photoshop, how I go all over is one. The other one is I show you how to break it down in 13 by 19 sublimation. Now we're going to go and start showing you how to break it down for DTF printing. Okay. And that's because DTF printing is getting so big that I want you to be ready for the next wave. G tried to tell me about this. Coach G tried to tell me about this a year ago. And I was like, yeah, I even bought a little L1800 the same time that he did, and I never set it up.
I called. I said, "You set that print up yet?"
Not yet. And every time we get a chance to talk,
I think I scared her. I was calling her with issues. I'll be like,
"No,
it's just
this thing going." You know how I am. I know that there were issues, and I was the person. I didn't want to set it up until I was ready to have it running every day. So now I'm ready because I know that it will be a great market, especially for those people who are asking, "Hey, can you print this on this random hoodie? Can you print this on black?" How many times do we get asked in sublimation? Can we sublimate on black? So this is an answer to that problem, and that's what I'm all about. Anytime we have issues, my goal is always, how can we solve this problem? What technology exists, or what can we start pushing to the forefront to make sure that we're resolving our problems, but also staying on that curve that we need to in order to be competitive in what we do in business. So I know we're really excited about this process. We're going to get an intro tonight, y'all. I know it's late. I don't want to keep y'all up too late, but G's going to get things running. We'll have a Q&A session that we'll do just like this. I won't be here. I'm actually physically here in Louisiana right now in Thibodeau. So I'm going
to get the file queued up.
Yeah, go ahead.
But if you got some questions while I'm over here, ask me, and I'll be over there queuing the file up. And you guys, when we get back, I'm gonna have something special for you. Let me share this screen again.
Which one? This one?
This one. I'm gonna show them something.
Okay.
Now there's another business side to this, but me and Shannon will have a powwow. This is a jewel for y'all staying up late. So you're gonna see this right here, and you see this right here. We're gonna talk about that button right there when you click it, what that mean and what that could mean for your business. I have people that have built a business right here with me. Their business is built here, and they don't touch anything. But we'll get more into that on our next video. So let me go queue up the file.
Yep.
And is it my email?
Yes, it's in the G Money email.
Yeah. So if you want to read some questions off while I'm working on it,
okay. All right. So Alicia talking about ready for it, run it. Nah. Alicia, this ain't the what is it? The smart templates where we hit the run it. I don't know if it's gonna be a run it like that, but we're gonna run it for you. Let's see here. I'm gonna make sure we have everything that we need. Asking any questions here. So yeah, G has some great prices, especially if you're looking to get into DTF without investing so much in the equipment. It can be a little expensive. I'll let all of these questions as far as like the pricing of equipment and stuff. We're gonna have that Q&A session available because basically we need to break down which printers are even available right now. So many of the printers are being deemed like obsolete by Epson because they want to control how their printers can or cannot be converted. So most of the ones that can be converted are to the point now where they are not available. So they're being phased out. So I'll get that from G. I know the L1800 was the ones that we started out with. G, off the top of your head, what's another desktop printer? Oh, I see.
Okay.
Well, here Shanna. Shanna just said L1800, Epson 1430. R2000,
1400.
the 1400. What about the P400, P600, P800?
P400,
Mm-hmm.
P600, P800,
Mm-hmm.
P6000 now.
P6000. I see people using the XP15.
That's not suggested for
I didn't think so
You
either.
have to shake these inks. They have
Right.
to be shaken and stirred. My machine shook and stirred before we got started.
Right.
Um,
So here, what G's saying, the reason why the XP, because I know a lot of people are converting to XP 15,000. He's saying that it's an EcoTank solution. EcoTank, I think a lot of us have been converting sublimation or EcoTanks into sublimation, which is fine. But he's saying the inks have to be shaken, and that's almost impossible to do with the EcoTank printer. So be careful and just do your research. Just do your research.
White ink has titanium in it.
White ink has titanium in it. Y'all hear that? I'm learning from the expert now.
White ink has titanium in it, and it'll separate on you.
Oh,
so
okay.
If the ink if separation starts happening, okay, just for example, my F6370, it tells you to pump and prime that black
Right.
15 times a week because you don't pump and prime it, it's the particulates and it starts separating.
Right.
And when separation happens, you get a real severely clogged head because now you're not getting the right opacity on the white,
right?
Which is very, very critical,
okay,
very important.
Very important. And I think that's why the L1800 that I have that was pre-converted, it has this and it has a CIS system, but it for the white, it has a mechanism on there that's meant to agitate. It's an agitation device, so it's meant to agitate the white so that it can help to resolve that issue. But y'all, it's going to be so many questions about this process. I promise y'all, this isn't meant to like delve into all of those things, but yes, from what I'm hearing from G, maintenance is probably more important than what you purchase. You have to maintain it. It's something you're going to have to stay up on every single day, have a process to it, protect your investment, all of that good stuff. So Coach G, he's going to come on live another time and give us all of those specific details and start helping walk us through what it takes to really get into the DTF industry. Yep. So Shanna is here, and Shanna, it seems like you're into DTF. So I'm sure you have a lot of experience to share as well. All right. So what Epson 4880 or 4800 are either of those ones that you can do? Crafters Kingdom. That's Coach Vicky there. Is that which one you have, Coach Vicky? A 4880 or 4800? Because I was actually looking at a 4800 that someone had. Oh, it's ready. It's ready to print. Oh, baby. Yeah, it is a lot of maintenance, but I tell you what, you're gonna pay to play whatever it is that you do, and either you're gonna like use a process that either has you doing a lot of extra steps, or if you have machines that do the extra steps, then you may have to maintain those printers. Now, if you want a top of the line, something that you don't have to maintain, and I don't think there's a such thing when it comes to DTF, then you end up paying that price too, either paying a person that's going to service this on a regular, or just doing it yourself. So we know what that's like when we're in the do-it-yourself mode. It's certain things we're going to pay for in time, certain things we're going to pay for with money. Okay, so we're definitely we're gonna start introducing this stuff to the Innate Creatives group. Coach G, he's got his own group as well. We'll share that with you in a link later. Oh, I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. Okay, so I think I'm gonna see if I can switch to the phone view.
How was the hearing? Ask everybody if they
Yeah.
can hear with it though.
Can y'all hear okay? How does it sound?
Look.
Okay, now what I have to do, G, though, I have to turn that one on.
Yep. I want to introduce this. This is
What's
like
that?
my best friend right here. You pay $20,000 for a machine and you get one of these. And I swear to you, I know it sounds ridiculous, but this is like, you get dust all over you. You can just sweep you. This is my best friend right here.
All right.
For a month, this is the only thing that worked for me.
And I bet all of y'all that like the Dollar Tree craft, I bet you can find it at the Dollar Tree and have a few of them laying around in case you answer the phone and end up putting it down somewhere. Okay, so what we're going to do, y'all, I'm going to switch cameras right now to hopefully go to the one where y'all can see what's going on. So let me know if y'all hear or don't hear any sound, or y'all have issues with sound, okay? So I'm going to switch it. Y'all know how I do. I'm still learning this whole StreamYard thing. Give me a second, okay?
I'm coming. Gotta do a little cleaning right quick.
Thank you, E. You love my hoodie. This is class number, what is it, 154? Y'all see it? Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's the all over ish. It's just basically the little luxury design that we did, and then I printed on the sleeves here. You're gonna see I also, you can't see I printed my socks. You see my little socks there? Got my camo socks there, and then my little. Hold on, let me try not to fall. I'm trying to show off. I'm like, let me show you. I can't be falling on the live. I can't get my foot up there. Hold on, I can angle the camera down. I see my lemon pepper steppers. So I have the other print on this side. So I was able to do all of that with that template. All right, so I think we got G on here now. Thank you. And we'll do it again, but I did a little jacket for my niece. Oh, we're about to run a soft design right now. So let me get y'all off of my little design. I got a little big headed. Y'all started complimenting me on my little attire or whatnot. Let me close this out. Hold on. Boom. Woohoo! And then see from here how much we're showing. Get you in there. There you go. All right, let me know if y'all can hear me. It's a little loud, but let me know if y'all can hear.
Some little Christmas trees.
Let's put out some Christmas trees. Oh, they're coming. Okay, let me see if y'all can see what's coming. Yeah, I'm gonna
You get a little close about right here. I just need to be able to.
You know what? I'm gonna flip the camera. Can I flip? I think I can flip the camera. Hold on. Cam. Oops, I lied. That's not it. More. No. What am I doing? Studio. All right, so there's a way I can flip this camera. More. How do I do it? It's the settings.
You can get up to look right
settings. Here. Camera. Oh, it's right here.
Just as long as I can get to this panel and access this.
Okay.
Like as long as I can get right here, you can come in it and close to here so you can see. And you're gonna get a shot of it.
I'm gonna do the back camera, and I'm gonna flip y'all around like so. All
can have it to where it get on the take up reel, or we can cut it and show them that as they come out.
Okay.
Either way.
Gotcha. So I think that works now. So we did back camera, go back, over that.
Let me say something behind it.
And then I have to adjust my camera holder, y'all. Hold on just a second. Let's see if I can do this. Y'all gonna see my fingers for a quick little second. Here we go. Place this. Where is my camera on my phone? Camera's here. If I flip it this way, do y'all still see? Okay. I need you to help push this side. What on? You just push this one right here. Push it in. Yep. We'll push it in. Oh, you know what? It's hitting this cord right here. Okay. So that's why Blake handed the other way. Is it holding it?
All right. So that's the design.
No, the thing is in the way.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm gonna hold it for a second here, because we want to see this.
Yeah.
We're gonna see this.
You want to explain it? You can hold it. You take turns holding.
Yeah, pull it up.
I can help y'all.
Yeah. There you go.
You can hold it.
All right. So we might get a little shaky here.
Come on in.
Okay. And I got you. You just focus on talking, and I'm gonna be the assistant.
Okay. Can everybody hear? So this is the design that Shanon did live earlier. She broke it down to 13 by 19. 13 by 19, 11 by 17. Oh yeah.
Oh cool.
So that's actually what the printer is actually doing. It's a dual head printer. It had all kind of connections and nice to make it look cute. I didn't want it to look cute. I wanted to be able to get to anything when I need to get to it as a drop of a dime. So just excuse it. It's actually the first print head of the printer is a 4720 print head. Okay. It's printing CMYK first and laying white on the top, on the bottom of that. So the design is actually upside down, actually, and it's mirrored. So when it comes out the other end of the printer, it's right side up. If that makes sense. So the first head is laying CMYK ink down. The second head is laying a white layer. I have my white to lay 10 to 22% over black. So that's why you do see a gradient in it, in the white, and it's just not a flat, cakey white, right? So I do put white over my black. Some printers, that, it's just a preference. But I do put white over the black to make sure that the powder that comes in the powder machine, we're going to show you that in a second, binds to it and you get a good feel and you get good washability. So I do it for durability and washability. But I do it as almost like a gradient on it. As you can see in the pre, you can see the black, how it does like the gradient type look with the base. And that's how we do it.
I think we can see it pressed on something.
Yep, we do have the press fired up, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to work my take-up reel over there. I'm going to let it drop to the floor. I'm going to cut it. And we'll grab a blank t-shirt and press some.
Okay, let me know. Can y'all hear now? I know we had a little difficulty earlier with the camera stand. Flip camera, settings, camera.
Okay. We can do it like this, Shanon. Put Shanon on the spot. We didn't talk about it.
Oh, hold on. Let me get him back. Hold on. I got him transitioning the camera right now. All right, so I'm going to turn it back this way.
Okay.
So you can see.
I'll put Shanon on the spot. We didn't talk about this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the samples. It's the Young Dolph design. We're going to actually print it on the shirt, and I'm going to let her use it as a giveaway. So if she want to give away, send your address. I'll give her the money for shipping, and she'll ship it to you for free.
Look at that. So whatever we create today, how about this? Whatever we create today, we can ship it out tomorrow, right?
Right. But we're going to give away one free.
There you go. So let's
Maybe
do.
two.
Okay. All right. Well, G must really love y'all. Okay, so we're going to do 2 of these. We're going to give them away. So let's see. All good. Yep, they can hear now.
You make the the stipulation on how
Okay.
how we want
Well, we'll work. We'll work it out on the fly. So let's get. I'm gonna get the camera set up. So hopefully we can. Look, I'm gonna turn it upside down again. Thank y'all for working with us.
Okay. Before you strap it in, we'll make
Mhm.
one of to see this process.
Oh yeah, let's do that. This thing is something else. It's a little camera holder. Yeah, well, I was trying to get it off. There it goes. There it goes. Okay, let's see.
Okay, so this is actually, you ready?
Yeah. We can see. Yep, we can see.
All right, so this is actually, it's gonna get a little loud. I'm gonna open it up for a little while. This is actually what's called the duster. Okay, so as you see earlier, this is the static electricity bar. The dust is actually glue. So what this is doing is adding dust onto it, which is the glue. The beater is beating the powder, is flicking it off, and then it's going to here, this is the oven. Okay, so it's going from this place, getting powder, it's beating the powder off, and it's going into the industrial duster. The static electricity bar is to help the static electricity in the film so the powder can flick off more efficiently. Very dangerous, you don't want to touch it. It'll give you a little shock, but I wouldn't just put my hand on it and hold it. So give it a minute, let that pass through. We're going to go to the front of the duster. Now the cool thing about this, guys, is once it exits this heat chamber, it's done. I can cut this off immediately. I don't have to wait for any other thing to dry. I can cut this off and go straight to press, which don't talk about my clothes, y'all. I got a lot of stuff on my clothes. But I can go straight to press with it, straight to production. And my sister is here. Shout out my sister. Her name is Shanon. They know her as Ronnie. She has been a rock up in here. And when I tell you she's the receptionist, the pressologist, I think I made that up. She will press stuff, hold a cell phone, balance a kid on her leg, and take an order right now. Okay, so, but from here, straight to the press, which we use a dual station air. So, in a few seconds, we did the trees. That's actually for a customer. I'm gonna cut that off. But when the young Dolph gets to the end, I think I did them in 10 to 10, so I'm gonna just go set the cycle again. I'm gonna print 20. So when that comes up, I'm gonna cut one off, which my press is heating at Celsius. It's in 137 degrees Celsius, which I think that calculates at about 280 degrees, more or less.
170
To be more specific, 137.5 is 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 280 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's where I'm at for 15 seconds. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take it off here and cut it. I'm going to press it on 100% cotton shirt. I don't have any cotton right now. Well, I got a poly white one, so I'll do it on 100% poly, and I'll do the black 100% cotton. I'll press one on here. I'm going to press it for 15 seconds. I'm going to peel it warm. Then I'm going to turn around. I'm going to hit it with a parchment sheet, parchment paper, cooking paper, just to seal it in, ladies and gentlemen. And this is what's going to seal it in and give it the long last and a good feel. All right? So I'm going to do all that in one lot. Oh, you might as well come over here. So coming out, the other side is the trees. These are 100% ready. You want to put your hands on it, Shannon?
Yeah.
I'll hold the camera.
Sure. You got it?
Yeah.
Can you see on the screen up there what's showing?
Yep. Touch it. How I feel? Dry?
Yeah, it's dry.
All right.
Nothing on my fingertip?
Nothing on your fingertip.
Yep.
All right.
So that has the powder already on it, ready to go.
Ready to go. Let me start the printing.
All right, I'm going to check y'all out, see if y'all have any questions. Y'all see this thing running and going? It's going to print something else, so I'm guessing we're going to see some more movement back here. Yep, it's going. There it is. Oh, this is cool. Let's see how the color shows up first, and then the white goes over it.
This is customer jobs. We're just gonna put them through so we can push that through.
Right.
Get the next one.
Good stuff. I got you, Shanon. Makes sense. Good stuff. And I see the duster on here. We still have stuff coming out over here. We still have the trees coming out.
Still have two coming up.
Do you have a take-up reel so you could do
Yes,
like
if I wanted to, I could run this on a take up reel, which is here. And but just for example purposes, we're gonna run it and cut it off as we go.
Gotcha.
So this is a job for customers. This is customer trees. I'm gonna cut them off. I'm gonna grab Dolph as he comes off. Press him over there. Yep.
Look at that.
So we do have a fan here. I'm gonna cut that on. It just helps. The humidity is bad for drying prints and things like that. Humidity is good, you know, because it's dry weather right now. So
Gotcha.
you don't even really need it, but just for information purposes, I'll turn it on. I have my heating bed at 60. That actually, right here, actually semi gets the moisture out of the ink. So when it hits the powder, it's a lot drier when it hits the powder.
Gotcha.
That's what makes it soft. You don't want to go too hot here and cook it so much to where it's not getting any powder and you have adhesion issues. You got to get it just right. You can sell 50 of these printers and everybody's temperature is going to be different just because of how it goes, you know, with humidity and, you know.
Whatever those environmental factors are.
Environmental factor, that's another thing.
So what do you have? What's your humidity in here right now?
50%.
Okay, 50%.
Which is actually high.
Yeah.
Right now. Maybe because we got the heat on a little bit. But no, this is actually good. 50 is good. That's good print temperatures. But I'm normally at a 45 or 40.
Gotcha.
But 50 is good. 55 earlier.
Okay.
And I normally transfer it right here so it's about a print and give me the accurate reading. All right. Now the babies are crying. That's the, if you hear me say the babies are crying, we talking about Shanon. That means it's getting loud in here. So if it's getting loud, that means it needs what?
The baby needs to be fed.
It needs to be fed.
I learned that today.
Yeah.
All right, so how we feed the baby?
All right, so the powder recirculates to the bottom. Let's take that.
Oh, pour it right back in.
Yeah.
Look, that baby
What kind
getting
of baby
quiet.
sound now? Right, baby. And as it falls and beats off, it falls in there.
Perfect.
We already have newer model ones with the recirculators, but issues.
Yeah.
So I rather, you know, it's almost like you want a Cadillac, it's a nice Cadillac, but that Tahoe is just, you know. So they have the Cadillac I use. I have the Tahoe.
Right. The Tahoe is still
fully loaded.
Yeah,
it's fully loaded.
Get you where you need to go.
Yeah.
And it
is, but I keep
substantial.
clean. Okay, we got
Ready?
we got Dolph popping up. Let me make it out a little bit more. We're going ahead and move this customer slide out of the way.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna rest the camera for a second because I am really interested in this process. So give me a second. I'm gonna turn the camera off for just a second so I can get this together. Okay.
I got 3 extra size small. Small.
Yeah. If you got what size do you have?
I got all sizes.
I think. Yeah, I think the most common sizes that I have printed is medium, large, extra large. But I'm sure somebody will definitely take it regardless.
So we'll do large. Large is a hot size. So we'll do this is
Oh, I think the mic is still on, but I'm trying to get the camera on, so the camera's not on yet.
So I'll show you.
Okay. Y'all, this isn't my normal little camera stand setup, and I am paying the price now. So please bear with me.
No,
Yeah, go ahead, cut it off. Oh my goodness. The little camera stand is jealous and wants to steal the show. But we ain't having that. Here we go. Let's put the camera back on now. And I swivel.
I don't want to think you did no movie magic. Like, where that came from? That was that. You switched it. Okay. So what we're gonna do is,
Yep, hold on. I can.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna have to kind of put it on something so we can see. This is my little bootleg mobile stand that is just really tiny. Can they see? You see what you're doing?
100% polished shirt. This is a jersey 21M.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a black 100% cotton shirt. This is actually a Gildan 6400.
Okay.
So we're gonna do it. Poly is like what everybody want to do. That's like the tough snap proof. So we're gonna do poly first. We're doing, which came out amazing. We're doing the Young Golf design, which I think is the highest design. There it is. I'm gonna try to get it.
That was something we did really, really quick today as part of what we're gonna do in class on Wednesday. I'm gonna teach you how to design from scratch. So we're gonna basically design something like that from scratch. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I got you good on there. I'm gonna get in a little closer. I won't mess with the machine if I get close, will it? Okay. All right.
And I'm using about anybody that uses air in the group. I'm at a 6. Feel 6 to 8 pressure. If you go high pressure, it's not gonna kill it. But some people want it to look like it's more in a garment.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I told you, go higher on the pressure.
Okay.
And you get that look. So it's a warm peel. This is scorching hot, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna let this cool off for like a second. It's a warm peel. Now,
not a hot peel, but a warm
hot
peel.
Okay. Warm. But I advertise cold. It's a warm, cold peel.
Mm-hmm.
Best results is to always peel it cold because you don't want nothing coming back up the edge. I like to do a peak. So when I pull like that, you see it's good. See that peak?
Yep, looks good. There's nothing left on the transfer sheet. Oh, that looks so good.
So, how I got taught to peel is not actually a pull. I see people do the crazy pull. You roll.
Keep it down low.
You roll.
Yep. Down low, roll it off.
And there's nothing there.
Look at that. Yo, that is so cool. Can I touch it or is it too hot?
Touch it, but it's gonna feel a little different when I
Oh, you got to do another press.
Another press. Just
that looks so cool, man, and that was fast.
Yeah.
All right, so no more sublimating on top of some other white material that you're gonna have the little.
And this is polyester.
Yeah, this is
100%
nice.
Poly.
So this worked for poly blends, cotton. What about it? Have you tried it on any other fibers?
I tried it on tri-blends. I tried it on poly. Tried it on cotton. Hoodies was a big thing. They 50-50, but the way the fibers are on the hoodie.
Right. So it works for hoodies too.
Work for hoodies.
Oh man.
This
is a win right here.
Somebody asked me about hardwood. They have actually a UV version that you can do hardwood. We thought about going into it next year.
Yeah.
Like I said, the vibrancy is
I'm
really
excited. I'm real deal a geek anyway. I'm sure most of you on here are too. Look, y'all. Oh my goodness. This is nice. And you know how I am about hard lines. Now, I told you we're going to have to do a little bit something different for the artwork because I did have a lot of transparency and 50% transparency. So I created a hard version of this. I call it a DTF mask versus a sublimation mask. So you know I have the splash paint mask. I made a DTF version of this mask so that you can try this process out. So this is going to be so cool, y'all. This is so neat. Don't let me burn myself over here. I love it. I love it.
It's a burner.
Yeah, I figured that much.
Yeah.
So, this is so cool, G.
All right, we're going to pull it off. I had to take care of them babies. They was hollering over there.
Oh yeah.
All
They
right.
got the screaming
So
again.
yeah. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna open it up, and then we're just gonna tug on it. Great stretchability.
Look at that.
Stretchy.
Oh
Still
my
good.
gosh.
If you, I'm a screen printer. I come from a line of screen printers. You guys, first thing is when they come out the dryer, you want to do this stretch test.
Yeah.
You can do that, and it's fine. If it could do this, it could take a washer and dryer. Okay.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's good. You can wash it 100 times, 100% poly. So let's do a cotton.
Okay.
We'll put him on the side. That's
and this was gonna be black. This is what we all want to see: cotton and black. Let's see it. Coming from background of sublimation, we're gonna love something like this.
Jewel drop, guys. I know a lot of people get on the fence about these gilded 500 shirts. Go to the 6400. It's a soft style shirt. It's
Okay.
way better quality.
6400.
6400. It's meant to mimic Bella, but it's not quite a Bella, but it's Shanon. It's very, very soft. Soft shirt.
Yeah, the soft
It doesn't feel like a regular gilding.
Right.
There's no soft style. It's just like 20, 30 cents more.
Right.
And your customer will appreciate it.
Right. Like I know exactly what you're saying. I don't print on the regular gilding 5,000s or 2,000s anymore. I have done Next Level is a good brand, and District. If anybody's done Sandbar, their district brand shirts is called a concert tee, and like
comfort colors, which is actually bought by Gilding. They brought them.
Really?
Yeah.
So you have plenty of options when it comes to nice, high quality feeling shirts, other than just the stiffer, kind of Gilding 2000s and 5000s.
Right.
All
Okay,
right.
you guys, we're gonna do this right. This is personal preference. I'm gonna just go ahead and give it a pre-press here.
Get the moisture and the wrinkles out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get some of the moisture out.
And we should always tell them what they should do. That's how I do. I'm like, yeah, I can tell y'all what to do, but I don't always do this. But yeah, definitely your pre-press.
Go ahead and get them out of there.
Okay. And this is the same print. This was one from the series of 10 that just printed.
Okay. And
so we're gonna give out these 2 shirts that you just made.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm not lining up very well, but it's gonna be okay. I'm a professional. Don't try this at home. See, I just slapped that on there.
I do the same thing. I eyeball.
That's gonna be in the middle. I don't need a laser. I got printers with lasers. I got one coming with a laser. I'm not using all that. I got the what's called the printer's eyes. I'm pretty sure you guys got it too.
Yep.
So okay, once again, you guys, we're gonna let this cool off. I do offer this exclusively warm, cold pill, but it's best to let it cool down. When you're in a production environment, guys, what you want to do is press this shirt, let it cool for a second, put it on the side. Stack them up. Wish my sister was here, but she had to get home. Yeah. She'll stack them up.
She's a pressologist.
She's a pressologist.
Right.
Stack them and put them on the side. She will come back and peel all of them.
Yep.
Then come back and do the finishing.
Do the second press. Yep.
All while a kid here on the phone here taking all of here. She's amazing. If you ever seen her, it'd be like.
Well, you know what? Next time we do our coach's corner, make sure she's here, and then we'll make sure we give her let her show us how it's done.
Okay, so this is warm. Still warm. So we're gonna do it. Okay, seems good on the peak. Guys, if it starts coming up with you, don't panic. Oh my God. No, don't panic. If it starts coming up, just lay it back down and give it another press. So I did my peak. All that detail seems to be sticking, right? So I should be cool enough. So I'm going to take it. Way off. I'll do a little bit more speed. And that's your black.
Y'all see that? I'm going to get you a little bit closer. Now, what I will probably do on this file is I'm going to go and clean up some of these little tiny dots. Although I don't see, it's not like I put a lot of white around everything, but I feel like I can probably clean that up a little bit more. So now that I'm learning DTF, I'm learning what I need to show you all as far as how we convert our all over prints and our 13 by 19 prints to a DTF 11 by 17, or just basically converting those layer masks to something that prints well on DTF. So if you know me, I'm big on having a border that doesn't look like a square. So I feel like I could definitely clean that up a little bit and make it look a little more organic. But this looks amazing, y'all. Let me zoom in. A little zoom. Y'all see that? I'm trying to burn my face on the heat press while I'm excited. This isn't even with the second press. All right, so I'm gonna let him do his thing. I'm gonna get my forehead out of the way.
So now we're going to do second press it. Now the tip sheets, I wouldn't use it more than 3 or 4 times because if it starts crinkling, and you put
The
it on
crinkles
there,
will be in the
design a little bit. So
Yep.
I'm gonna just use this for the sake of the deal twice. I wouldn't want to go more than 4 times. And this pre-press is a preference. Some people do 6 seconds. I just go the whole 15. You know, if we're in production mode, we might go 6 seconds because it's just resealing the design on it.
Gotcha.
Getting it really mixing it in those fibers and getting it rolling. So here we go.
And then this parchment paper probably helps to give it more of a matte finish versus that shiny appearance that you might
I
get
have a tip sheet linked to it, so I actually can hit it
with the Teflon. Yep.
And hit it with the tip. This depends on what I'm trying to achieve.
Right.
But we find parchment works the best.
Yep. Looks good.
Nice and soft. You want to take a hit of it or you want to hold it up? You want to hold it up?
Yeah. Go ahead and hold it up. Here we go. And you see, like I was saying, it has a little trace of white around these little pieces. So I'm going to go in and work out. And it's very, very small. Like, it's like, you know how you have your points? It's less than 1 point of a trace of white, if y'all can see that.
It's transparent pixels. CAD length is, they just have a not a bad software, but they actually, they pick up everything.
Right.
It's pixels that we want to see. And I actually ran this in 50/50. It has a setting for transparent pixels, 50/50 transparent pixels, no transparent pixels. So if I choose no transparent pixels, every now and then it may tamper with the inside of the design.
Right.
So I try to stay away from that.
Right.
So what I did here was a 50/50.
Gotcha.
So that cleaned it up a bit. But
you know, it's tight. It's not like
tight,
if you're doing the easy subleaf, you have to leave a really big amount of bleed space, and you end up with a really thick border of white. This has barely any border of white, but I know we could snap our masks. Like, I'm gonna create some masks that are just gonna be for DTF. So if y'all are gonna get into DTF and you want those masks, it's gonna be in one of our future class packs. Okay.
And this is Shanon with a creator's eye.
Right.
Customers, it wouldn't even.
Right. Exactly. Like a customer would love this as is. Absolutely. Yeah.
But just the printer eye, just to tighten up on it.
Yeah. This is
and it's really only
the little dots. Yeah, the little dots.
Everything else you can get
really
close to it.
Look, like this is high level. Y'all see that? Like, I can see the camo in there. Clean. It's stretching. It is soft. It doesn't feel like a shield. Yeah, it's very soft.
Right amount of ink, right amount of pressure, right amount of tension.
Right.
I've been like Frankenstein.
And so this is what I want y'all to understand about coaches too, is the coaches are literally spending time, energy, researching the process so they can give you the cliff notes. So that's why when I tell y'all, like, I really respect the coaches and I respect what they are able to give back to us. This is it. Like, he's done almost a year now of research. He's paid the tuition, and now all we need is the cliff notes from him. and that's what he's willing to offer us, those gems. In the meantime, if we need his help getting orders produced so that we can be in the market for DTF, this is I meant to tell y'all, this is who was doing all my large format prints before I ever even had a large format printer. It's just I did so much all over designs that you all wanted prints. He would, no matter what time of day, when I needed them, he would print my orders. He would drop ship them, and he's going to talk to you more about that next time we have a conversation. But he offered a drop shipping service so that it looked seamless. It looked like it was from my company, and he treated my customers just like he treated his customers. So my customers were just as much as priority as his orders, and I can't begin to tell you how much I'm supremely thankful and grateful for you throughout this entire process, because you were a really crucial part to our growth with the Innate Creatives, Innate Lab, Innate Academy, all of this. I don't think would be to the level that it is now without your help.
I appreciate it.
Yep. So we're gonna take a little break, get some questions answered, and see what y'all have for us. I feel like I've been yelling over the crying baby.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I turned it off for just a quick second.
All right. Do you need to process anything?
Yeah, I just need to finish it up.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and let that finish up, and then we'll let them see what's going on with this process.
Yeah. All right. So
Now,
I'm at the end of my roll right now that I'm print. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just explain a little bit about my process wrapping it up.
okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I shot myself.
Don't do that. No.
Take care of the babies.
Not on camera.
It's almost like you touch a rice pot or something and shock yourself.
Yeah.
Something like that. Matter of fact, it's off right now. So
Okay.
Alright, so I took care of the babies on there, so I got it rolling. So what I like to do is just use the feed and guide it a little bit by a little bit. Once I get it to a certain point past it, I'm going to take a leader sheet and hand feed the rest of it in there. A lot of people wanted me to make a video on how to do it. Right?
Yeah, that'll be a good specific video for them.
So I'm just kind of timing it in the oven and rolling it, piece by piece. It is curing coming out there in a minute. Monitoring the powder.
Oh, that's a leader sheet there?
Yeah, that's a leader sheet. So what I'm going to do actually do, what I'm going to actually do is take this sheet, connect it to that with double-sided tape. Shout out to Denise Bear with DTF Superstore. I'm going to just name drop her. She has been very crucial. If you ever call DTF Superstore, she's the lady that answers the phone. We talk every morning. We have an awesome relationship. We got our printers at the same time. We call each other every day. She has just been great when it came down to getting started with this. And she took the job at DTF Superstore, and she's a very nice person. So if you ever go that way, feel I think about it.
Yeah.
But
and do you have an affiliate link for them?
I'm working on one now. I actually will have that tomorrow. I'll pass it on to Shanon.
Okay. And then I will put it in the description of the video, the affiliate link. If you're looking to purchase this this printer here, or anything that they offer at the DTF Superstore.
See here. I'm gonna take this here. Tape, double-sided tape. Put that on. Take the leading tool. Pull it. Film. Put it there. Now once I got it situated there, speed up a little bit. And just cut it. Lay something heavy, I just use an ink bottle. Now what that allowed me to do is feed the rest of the feed without wasting a lot of film. Film is high, it's the most expensive part of it. The baby sound like he need to be fed, he's hollering right now. I'm gonna take my printer. Put some MJ special stuff in there.
What's that doing right now?
That's wet capping.
Oh, wet capping. Okay.
So this keeps the head nice and moist and wet. So it's just easier to start up in the morning because the ink wants to dry, especially with the humidity down.
Mm-hmm.
So key to it is I didn't fill the whole cap up with juice. Just right here at the plastic part, just a little bit of juice. So I'm gonna hit into, send the head back home, and it's gonna cap. So now the cap is on, the capping station is on the head. That's a crucial part. So now that's taken care of. So now turn off the heating bed, and this printer is out of it. That it's maintenance done, ready to go. Maybe some cleaning around it, but here I go. And now I'm going that. I'm just feeding that here. And try to help these babies calm down. It's just loud. They lose that they don't care about you. They don't allow the milk, they won't take care of that. So, actually, let's look at here. As you can see, I'm at the end of where I'm at. I'm getting to the part to where that's dusted. And I'll be able to turn the dust around. So, do it just rinse it out there. I'm going to do it in small increments and get the film moving. And you guys, this is what, if you're buying transfers, this is what I'm doing every day. I wake up 6 o'clock in the morning, I do it every day. You got to be there on point. If you look at the camera, if you turn the camera down, I'm almost there. Actually, it's no design right there. So I'm going to bring it down to a buzz. Because there's no need to beat a lot of powder off there at the end. And you can see this is completely dry right here.
The last of it coming off of over here.
It's coming out of here.
Mm-hmm. This is cool stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. FYI, guys, my sister. I can talk about my sister again. She was terrified of this machine. I know y'all see the red glowing in the inside.
Mm-hmm.
I lit that machine up for the first time. She was like, "Get that out of here." I'm like, "No way." She was like, "I am scared of that." I was like, "It's just the light, the tube lighting up." She didn't care. She was like, "I don't like that thing." And I asked her today if she still like. She's like, "It's all right, but I don't like it."
She can tolerate it.
Yeah, a little bit. But she handles it now pretty well. So we almost finished. Okay, this is the pro way to do it. I can do it. I shut the heat off at this point. No need to have the heating bed on. The heat is going down. The unit is still on.
Now this is exhaust, right? So that
Yeah,
you have to have proper exhaust.
Yes, when you get it, you have the option to have this right here, which is a exhaust system you put on top of it,
Mm-hmm.
and it has 3 filters in it.
Mm-hmm.
I chose because I mean, is it harmful? Anything that lets off smoke can be harmful to the lungs, but you gotta think this is glue, so you don't want to be inhaling it like spray tack with screen printing.
Mm-hmm.
So I do my best. I have a powered vent that actually ventilates this through the soffits on the outside. Like if we was outside, you see the smoke pouring out. Because if we would literally take that off, we wouldn't be able to see it here. So I'm at my last stage. So that's it.
All right. So I think.
That's it. That's it.
Uh-oh. I hope y'all weren't hearing the echo the entire time. Let me see if I can get this together.
All right. We just came to the end. So what I do every night is just turn this off. So it's completely powered off by the breaker, and I unplug everything.
All right. Give me a second, Coach G. I'm gonna What's going on with the sound? I guess now that the baby isn't hungry, you can echo.
It's sleeping now.
Okay. That resolved the echo. Okay, so we have quite a few questions here. Let's see what we have. Let's see. At least you're telling me I can't wait to get my shirt in the mail.
Oh, that came out real good. Look.
Yeah, those look really great. Let's zoom in a little bit here.
This is all PNG.
So that's all PNG. Even if it was designed initially in vector, if you submit it as a PNG, it's going to have a transparent background. That looks good. And those are all ready to go.
Yep.
Look at the Christmas designs, y'all. This is going to be so much easier to do. So your custom artwork, this is
custom, yeah, from customers.
Yep.
This is stuff ordered on the website.
So that whole, we print, you press, this is his deal. So G would rather print than sit up here designing little onesies and twosies and stuff. If this is what he can do all day, this is it. It looks good. So those like left chest and back designs?
Yes, this is looks like a towing company.
And this is what he means by game sheeting, y'all. So what a customer will do is choose the size of the artboard.
Yes, this is sheets.
Right.
This is actual gang sheets.
Right.
As you can see, when you go down the left chest, look how they ganged all that together and got all that for that one price. So they put some big designs there and they just ganged up.
And as the artist, you're expected to do this part. If you send this to G, there is a $15 fee to help you resize your art at minimum. Okay, so don't pay that fee. If you've already done the Photoshop work, you've already done the artwork, don't pay somebody to resize your stuff. It's really simple to learn how to game sheet. Okay, and it's a skill you're going to want to do because you don't want your artwork to get held up and can't be printed and produced because you got to wait for an artist to touch it and get the game sheet situated.
And we're coming to hey. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this off.
Look at our little creation. We literally created that in our live tonight. This is the demonstration of what we're gonna do in class on Wednesday. So instead of a color, I went with camo as the print. That was G's suggestion, and it came out really nice.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna just harp on something. I had a customer, a good friend of mine. He came up here and brought transfers. And this is called a confidence strip right here. So all this is a CMYK strip plus white that lets me know that the printer is not banding, that it's doing the proper thing that it's supposed to do. Don't get a transfer and press this on the shirt.
Right.
I had a friend of mine.
Trim it.
He was like, haha, I guess what I messed my. I said, how you messed up a DTF? He said, man, I printed that strip on there.
Right.
I said, you're supposed to cut the strip off. And, I mean, look, it literally peels off.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And you want that strip on there when you receive it because that's your way of identifying before you press it onto something that it indeed has all four colors laid down and ready to go. Okay. So you don't want to not have that on there. That's your guarantee. Okay, that's your insurance that you got all colors printed. That looks so good. Do y'all see that? Let me know if y'all can't see too well because I don't know how this.
You can see it?
I think so. I don't.
Yeah.
Rolling them on up.
Yep. And this is, I'm gonna let Shanon take this home and try it out.
Yes, I'm excited. So I got some stuff to take home and play with. I'm going to be learning too to teach you all how to work with certain softwares, get half toning when you need something softer to fade off, all of that good stuff.
Matter of fact, I'll do the process. I'm gonna bring the camera over here. I'll put the bush on.
Oh yeah, let's show them that. So this is how he ships them, and I want to make sure that y'all know he's taking extra care to make sure that when they get them to you, instead of just rolling them up on the film itself, he's lining it with the butcher paper so that it protects that powder, that glue. Well, it's not powder anymore now, right? It's glue. Yeah.
I've seen people glue these things with fabric glue. I don't suggest it. Why? I mean, it's actually liquid glue is what it is.
Right.
They do have a DTF solution, but it's most definitely, all this technology is in infancy. They do have a new technology out there. I wouldn't suggest it right now because it's so new to where it's a 3-head machine versus a 2-head. So one head lays the white, the other one head lays the CMYK, and the other head lays a liquid glue on top of it. So you wouldn't have no need for the duster that I have. It goes in the it's called powerless DTF. So it still goes in a little heating thing, but it just cures the liquid adhesive. But it's not ready yet. I can't guarantee the washability and stuff like that. It's still new technology. I got my eye on it. But basically, I put the design here. I put it here, and I roll it right here on the butch. I'm gonna sit on the table just for the time being. When I roll your transfers up in this, when you get a transfer from me, it's 99% gonna be on this unless we out of it. And so I roll it here, and this protects it in shipping, protects it if it hit a low moisture area, to where it just starts sweating so bad. It happens. Moisture is unavoidable with DTF. They don't have a lot of people that tell you, "Oh, I got the." That don't happen with mine. I'm telling you, it's unavoidable. No matter where you get it from, you get it from the biggest DTF printer in the world, and they got 20, 30 printers, and it's gonna be wrapped in butcher or some type of question. Here, nothing is cheaped out. We have everything top of the line. The quality of inks we use, the powder. We have powder that even comes from Germany now. We gonna have all top of the line stuff. We don't cheap out at all. And we also stand by it as well. If it's an issue would arise, we stand by it. I had an issue just today, with a friend of mine, a local customer. It was his artwork. His artwork was bad. It was 22 by 96, and he was like, "Man, I'm just gonna repay you." I said, "You know what? I'm just gonna reprint it." Stuff like that. And he put in $1,000 order after that. Just stuff like that. Goes a long way about customer service, how you treat a customer. And stuff like that. So.
Yep. So I will let y'all know, Coach G is the truth. Not only does he not put a product out there until he has tested and tried it.
8 months.
Eight months now that he's been doing the big direct to film printer. He's also had several months in addition to that working with a smaller printer and just researching before he even purchased that smaller printer. So we're looking forward to asking him many, many questions. He's been a quiet part of our group since the very, very beginning. Matter of fact, before I had a group. Mm-hmm. Yep, G was helping me when I was doing my YouTube videos and everything, and helping me understand what the customer needs. And the customer is you all. What you all need to design better to help your shops flow, to have professional level design with even just the beginner level of Photoshop experience. So G has been a part of that process from the very beginning. So let's see, G, you want to take a couple of questions?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Whatever you have time for.
Okay, cool. So let me set the camera down here because I've been acting like a bootleg cameraman.
Okay, we're gonna secure that. Put that there.
Yep.
All right.
And then where you want to come sit down to answer questions?
Yeah,
so you can read? Okay.
Yeah, sit back.
Okay.
Well, you can turn that. We can get right.
I'm gonna turn that camera off now and turn this mic off. All right, let me know if y'all can hear me. We're going to check on the comments. I know we were working without looking at comments, so I'm scrolling back a little bit. Oh, some of y'all came back, or we got some new ones. Y'all are up late. It's late. All right.
Okay.
Well, we fixed that sound and everything. Let's see what's the new questions. Sam says, "Go big or go home." Wow, that's a beast. And G's gonna have the link for the printer tomorrow. We'll put it in the description of the video, okay? And I will also give you the link to G's group. He's gonna have a DTF group that helps you out with the issues that you might be having with how you're prepping your artwork, all of that stuff. He's gonna have some videos, right? Yeah, some videos.
Y'all know I'm shy.
So we're gonna have some videos. So some of the issues, like maybe a good video would be what your finished artwork should look like, resolution, how to do a gang sheet. Oh yeah, we definitely need to do a video on that. Yeah,
that's the biggest. Believe it or not, that is the biggest. And I have people that still submit a lot of 11 by 17 work, but you save money game.
You save money game because you may have something like that less. For instance, the Dolph design is 11 by 14. So if you had 11 by 17, you basically are wasting that space at the bottom. So even for an 11 by 17 sheet, I could have gained something at the bottom. Hey, how about those tags? The custom tags for the sizes, right? If you want to do the tearaway shirt, so you have to take out the tags. That would be excellent.
We do that
process.
We do that for a huge promotional company. Thousands of neck tags. We'll just be running that all day.
So we should do a class just on neck tags.
Yes.
Neck.
Good way to brand. A lot of brands out here. I deal with a lot of people who have clothing lines. That's what we do. That's my walk-up customer right now. I have a guy that's huge right now. He has a clothing line and he does neck tags and he'll do a little hit on the leg. And if you're doing the hoodie and the sweatsuit combo, so what you want to do is you want to put something here and then you want to put something on the leg. You can gang those little small ones up on the leg, or you could do a back, left chest, and then the leg. I seen that.
So we'll do a class on that. So we'll do a class on basically a template that'll allow them to gang sheet, those sort of things. So you all, we're really going to start not necessarily converting everything that we do to DTF, but we're learning how you can be designing a shirt for sublimation. That shirt for sublimation could also be a print that you use for DTF. It could also be a 13 by 19 versus an all over. So we're learning that whatever we design, we take the time to design it. We should be able to apply it in several different ways. Eventually, we'll get into solvent printing, and we'll show you how you might want to start doing solvent, because you do solvent printing too, right?
Yes, we do.
So stickers, banners. You have vinyl wraps and even partial wraps, like on your vehicles. You can do right now a partial wrap. And then that way you have a substantial looking vehicle piece that advertises your business. So we're not just in one little area. This is where we got started. This is where we had our fun getting started, which was sublimation, just 13 by 19s initially, then getting into the all overs. Now we're getting into DTF. We're going to be doing some solvent printing tips, and then eventually we'll get into some other stuff. I don't even want to call it all out because it's a lot, but we're going to get into these things that will help to grow your business. And the idea is that you're being fed this stuff from successes, like things that are actually working, not just pie in the sky. We have an idea that might work. No, this is going to help grow your business because it's a proven concept. Okay, so this is good stuff here. Gold is gold.
Let me answer one question now. I'm actually, I know it looked like my eyes floating.
I'm
actually looking at, I'm not tired. I'm looking at questions. They want me to name it. It's yes, it is an Otley.
Yeah.
It's an Otley. It's an Otley. And I chose it. A lot of people say everybody's just getting Otleys. I chose it because I had a good friend of mine. His name is Mike. He's also a good printer out there. He's from Florida. He was the first to bring an Otley in the U.S. And then a bigger franchise, which is DTF Superstore. He has two brands. He has Arc and he has Otley. Well, the Otley, a lot of people. I was the second. Me and Denise Bayer were a part of the 6 that got Otleys after Mike. So really a lot of the feedback, the knowing we were the second people to have them in the US.
Oh wow.
Besides Mike.
Yeah.
that we know of. I know I was the first person in Louisiana, and we really took us a month to get together. We had to learn a lot of stuff, and so now we share that knowledge in a group. And I chose it because, you know, a bigger franchise gets it. He was importing hundreds of them. I knew they were going to be out there. I knew he was going to have parts for it,
Mm-hmm.
which is very important. You know, most people want to click a button. There's a lot of stuff going on in overseas right now. Be very careful. They're going to tell you you're going to get it in 60 days. It may be 6 months to never. I
Right.
seen them get seized.
Mm-hmm.
Best to deal with somebody who has in the U.S. I do know companies that are getting it now, but they're very, very expensive, guys. They're wanting $24,000 for it.
Oh wow.
Right now, you know, the Ali was a little under 20. By the time I outfitted the printer with inks and just trial and error, I was
Mm-hmm.
at about the 20 range. And you know, we did it cash. So they do have financing options out there now with these printers. You want to get something that's US based to where you can get some support and get help. And
Right.
we've got a network of people. I've run into an issue right now. I got somebody I can call, but normally I'm the guy that they call. But
Right.
you know, that's
The
another thing.
students become the teacher, right?
Sometimes, so yeah, it is an oddly. So I am in the flagship of one those people, the first people to get it in the United States. I think I made history.
Yeah.
Maybe some kind of way. Maybe in my
There
state,
we
maybe
go.
for sure. Maybe in my state. I don't know.
Well,
Texas has
it
been
won't be the
rolling.
first time you make history.
Yeah.
It's going to come up again. I
Yes,
guarantee you
ma'am.
that.
Mhm.
So I want to see. I know it's late, y'all. I know it's late, late. Oh Lord! But I did want to just check in, see if y'all have any other questions. If we don't get to them tonight, and I know this video will reach some folks later on as well, I will make sure that I put the information in the description for Coach G's group, as well as for the printer if you're interested in that particular printer. But this isn't the end of this topic. We're going to talk about the smaller desktop printers. I have one that I need to set up, so I would love some help and support setting that one up. I have the L1800, so y'all want to see it at the baby stage. I got the baby stage one. This is the big boy, pro level that we saw today. And the thing is, we've all at Innate Lab, we've always been the business is gonna help you from the baby infancy stage all the way up to, hey, you're big balling. You could be a business partner, and basically you're helping to grow our brand while we're helping to grow your brand. So at any stage that you're in, we're here to help you along the way. And we don't see his competition. Like, he's not gonna not tell you where he got his printer from because he wants to be the only one printing DTF. The whole point and objective here is so that we become better teachers the more you all want to learn. And we become better professionals the more that we can service and provide a service to you all. So it's one thing is going to feed the other. It's symbiotic relationship. I talk about that all the time. That's the type of business you want to do, where you can work with somebody, even if we do the same exact thing, and we're able to work together. And it's because we use our strengths and weaknesses to basically work together.
Yep.
All right. So Ruben, I'll definitely be reaching out to Coach G. All right, Ruben, he's ready for it. I told him after this one. After this one, he says he's ready. He's been waiting for a little while to come on. He said he's shy. We're gonna bring him on up out of that.
Oh,
Okay.
and to answer one more question. I heard somebody they had a question. I'm seeing the questions. They asked, is there a printer that you don't have to convert? And the answer is, the only way you're going to get a printer that's like that is to order one overseas or through DTF Superstore. That machine that you see back there is made for DTF. And so the only people that are making and manufacturing those machines are overseas in China right now. So it's no actual US based machine. They'll tell you they're doing it, but it actually is just a rebrand from something overseas. So anything you see the word convert of is an Epson. I've just heard through the wire, don't have me spreading rumors, that Epson is working on something.
Right.
Which we all know they are working on something. I heard through a text through another person. I don't want to spread a rumor and be like, oh, Coach G said Epson coming out with one for Christmas and I'm going to have it. No, Coach G didn't say that. Coach G said allegedly, supposedly, they are working on something. And we don't know if it's a desktop or a commercial printer. But when they do splash it,
yep,
it's going to be correct. I can put it like that. But there's so many factors they have to play with right now within it. Just like with latex printers when HP came out.
Right.
Now they have their resin-based printer, which is actually latex. Epson came out with that a couple months ago.
Oh, really?
So they'll wait, and they was getting their butts kind of kicked. Well, I'm going to get a latex printer. I don't have to laminate. Oh, Epson say, we got an answer for that.
Okay.
I got a resin printer, and it came out with that, and it's actually pretty good quality. I love Epson. I mean, I'm an Epson head. I mean, my solvent printer is the best in the game. People can say what they want. I call my friend from New York right now. I got him away from rolling, and he grabbed the Epson. He's happy. But unfortunately, DTF just isn't set up like that. Anything you get is going to be a converted printer, and it's not made to do that, you guys. So, you may run into an issue here and there.
Right. And this is all a part of the learning curve. You all know that, when you started sublimation, you probably started with a smaller desktop printer that, you didn't mind converting and playing with to get to learn the technology, learn the game. And that, this is what G is saying too. If this is a system and a process that you plan on investing in, we're going to start at a certain level where we're not just, blowing a budget on something we don't know how to maintain. We don't understand the chemistry of it and how it works, the nuances, the maintenance, all that good stuff, even the artwork that goes into doing this. So once we're learning together, we're growing together. Like I said, I'm going to get my little L1800. And then I had a couple of other printers I was thinking about converting over, but I wanted myself to start small. I wanted myself to understand the technology, be cool with it, confident with it, and then I'll possibly reach out to do a professional level one for the makerspace that we have in Jacksonville, where you all come to do your workshops and learn, and local folks in the Jacksonville and Florida area can come to not only get hands-on, but also do your print work, do your oversized pressing and that sort of thing, and you can rent equipment and purchase prints by the job. So we're very much similar background, similar type of understanding of what we want to do and also how we want to help people. So everything we do at our core is helping people, whether it's our individual customers or, business to business clients. All right. So, thank you. Everybody says, thanks, guys. It's great. No, what's the name of the group again? I'll drop. I
gotta go find it.
Yeah. So
I'm a shy, non-active. I'm there. I've always been there. I see things. Put it like that. And I might not just give it a right just in there reaction, but if it's a problem, I call Shanon, like, hey, I might want to help this person. What can we do to do this? And we'll just silently fix a problem, and then she might come on there and say what it is. But or I might just call her and bug her and be like, hey, I got an idea.
And it might take me 6 months to finally make a video or make a class about it. But I promise I listen to y'all. I truly do. And I appreciate everything because it's helping me become a better teacher, understanding what it is that that folks want to learn.
Yep.
So like I said, we all feed off of one another. This is an experience I wouldn't trade for another. What's that?
Ghost follow.
Okay, and this is with Crafters Kingdom. That's Coach Vicky. She's been doing sublimation. She actually did a Coach's Corner on the tumblers. Okay. She said she's learning at a smaller level currently with the DTF.
Press? Is she using the tumbler press?
No, she's using the oven, but she's doing the DTF now, but with the small printer.
Okay, cool.
Coach Vicky, what printer are you using with your DTF? You have obviously a converted one if it's a smaller one. Okay. But let us know, is it L1800 or what you got working on?
The Ali is making. They haven't got here yet, but I've been in actual talks with Ali, the text. They took some of my ideas, and they made a smaller commercial printer. It's 11-inch that'll go into a duster for people that's not quite want to get there yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as high as that. I have pricing for that soon.
Okay.
You talk to them, they listen actually, and they take some of your ideas, and you 2 months later they coming out with something. You be like, oh, that's
Yeah.
kind of what we talked about. They do listen to feedback. They're a good Chinese company actually. And they came up with 11-inch printer, and they're with a duster, and they're gonna well, it's out, it's coming out. So they'll have some in the US real soon here. They also have a bigger printer than that. My friend
Mm-hmm.
Denise, she actually is setting one up right now. It's a 4-head printer, so two
Oh.
CNYK
Mm-hmm.
heads and two white heads. So it's actually almost double the speed,
Mm.
going into a longer dryer. I'm actually going to upgrade to one of those next year. We still debating on, if we're gonna go there, or we're gonna get two heads, or what we gonna do just to make it
Gotcha.
faster for the customer.
Right. I
So
know
make
Vicky
sure
was asking, was this the PNG? I'm gonna show you what it
when
is.
is a halftone better than just printing PNG? Um, if you have that type of a design that'll take well to a halftoning, it's actually gonna be less ink, better feel on the shirt, just a cooler look. If you're gonna knock out the black, I can get into a bunch of it,
Mm-hmm.
but if you're gonna do a black knockout, that might be a good halftone design. You know, the less ink you use to get the more result is the softer the feel, if that makes sense. So the hand will change on it a bit, on Epson 1430. Yeah, I just sold two of those. Actually, two 1430. Somebody's gonna convert them. I gave away a L1800, guys. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, that probably was a little bit of a mistake there.
Yeah, I gave it away. I told somebody to pay for the shipping, and they
Mm-hmm.
can have it. I just wanted to bless somebody with it.
Yeah.
I had got blessed, and
Yep.
I
I
just
feel
gave it
you.
away to them.
I did the same thing. We went to the tattoo convention. I missed and purchased tickets for the kids, and then the kids didn't need tickets, so I went over to folks that were about to purchase their tickets, like, "Hey, Merry Christmas!" They're like, "You're giving this to us?" It's like, well, you know what? I'd rather be a blessing, and that's what we do, and that's why we stay thriving and not just surviving. You hear me?
What's your heat setting? It was set in Celsius, so it was.
You want me to go to the website where it had the instructions?
Yeah,
So we can stay consistent with what we say on, because sometimes we
Yeah, it's on the website, but I'll tell it to you while she pulls it up. We were pressing the day at 137 degrees Celsius, so that's like 280 in Fahrenheit. You can press at low temp. That's you can press poly at about 275. You get up to 320. It really depends on your heat press. It's more like a trial and everything is very forgiving. But these transfers feel great, guys, when you do it at a low temp. Really good. You don't need a super crazy expensive press to do it. Like in the background, you see I got the Stalls press. I must pay about $2,300 for that thing.
Mm-hmm.
I might have used it twice this year. I might don't tease me. I might have used it to warm the shop up a little bit, so I turned it on. I use the air a lot. You can do it on the press you have. We just prefer the air for production purposes. But 280 to 320 for 15 seconds. Any of that to get it. You go too hot, you're gonna start pulling color. And do you ever experience dye migration? Okay. Yes and no. If you press it too hot and you're on a poly garment, you start getting a little dye migration. And you're too hot and you're pressing for too long. Maybe on some 50-50 garments as well. We just learned to balance the white. I can go 85% on a white out of 100, but then you're gonna start having more of a hand because you're using more ink, right? And it's gonna suck up more powder. So what I try to do is a good balance of 70. Now, if you send me a design and it's all white, I'm gonna bump it up to 80, 85, just because it's an all white design, because that's all you have. But if it's the white in color, I try to keep it, the less ink dropping, the actual the better feel. And guys, this is still got a film protectant on it. You can hear it. Once you wash the garment, it's gonna get better. It's not gonna get worse. So it's still got a little film on it. So what you want to do is when you wash it, it's actually gonna feel better, not worse. So the lower the heat, the better. Yes. No need for extreme heat. No.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear her stretching and popping that shirt. It's fine.
I'm ready to try it out.
Do you experience? Okay, that's it. Okay.
All right, so I know we could stay on here all night with y'all, especially when it's something we love to talk about and love to do. But we got to get some rest because we got some business to catch up on. We really wanted to bring this to you all because I just happened to be in Louisiana and I could not be in this state without visiting Coach G.
I was gonna find you.
And this won't be the last time. We'll be doing some virtual sessions, and of course, we're going to be coming back to Louisiana to do some more workshops. So so I would love for you all to be able to see some of this stuff up front. I would love for us to find an event to do. No, as a matter of fact, we're gonna figure out the link that it'll be for you all if you want to purchase this particular print or the file. Okay, so if you want the PNG file or if you want the actual editable file, it's going to be the class on Wednesday is 155. We're gonna have this as an all over. You can convert it to the 13 by 19. And I didn't think about this for class, but I'm also going to include a mask that will allow you to turn this into a DTF mask. Okay. Excellent. So you're going to learn the difference. You're literally building this from the ground up, but you'll learn the difference between a DTF mask, a sublimation mask that you won't have any limitations, but the DTF, you're going to want to make it as clean as possible so you have a clean result. Okay. And we'll see that difference there. So we'll have the link for all of those things for you. We're gonna work out those details with a little bit of energy that we have and get those ready for you, okay?
Yes.
All right. So Coach G is shy, but I'm ready to tell y'all bye. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all dearly. And until next time, what we say, bye. Peace, y'all. You're welcome.